Hello everyone, this is George again. This time I will present some feature that I implemented on Mailpit, which is a great software for um, development cycle where you need a SMTP server. You don't have to configure that, you don't have to pay for that. So you have a software where you can install in your machine. It can be local in your Docker Compose, or it can be in your infrastructure and sending everything to your Mailpit. So every single mail will be in the same mailbox, and it's very useful. And I currently use Mailpit a lot, and the problem is that Mailpit does not have support for OIDC, only no authentication or basic authentication. So um, if you need this service exposed to the internet, just to make things easier for you for any reasons, and you don't want to use VPN for, well, whatever, uh, you have a problem with credentials because every time someone leaves the company, you have to rotate the better token because it's a better token, not better token, a basic off. You have to rotate the secrets, otherwise the person will still be able to authenticate in your instance. So I have created an issue suggesting OIDC authentication for the web UI and keep the basic authentication in the regular way. So I have implemented it, and the way I will still open the pull request, so I will not show in this video, but I created a keycloak instance, and in this keycloak instance, I have created a Mailpit client and one user, so I can connect my Mailpit instance to that keycloak. I also created a Mailpit to test the OIDC basic, and another one together with the OIDC and the basic authentication. I created another instance for only basic and the other one for no auth, and I added one in each port so we can test it. Let's go to the first one, localhost. I will open the DevTools, and well, it's pretty fast as usual. If we check all, and you can see that we are not loading anything extra, just the regular stuff. And there's no error in the console. If we check the socket, it's still the same, it's working. So the no authentication version works as expected. Let's see the next one, which is basic authentication. I have to clean up the storage. Oops, no, that's because I'm already authenticated. Let me open in Anonymous tab. Okay, so we need basic authentication. It's in my use case, I added admin. If I add something wrong, it will not work. Admin, it will work, and as fast as the other one. So we are already authenticated, and it will just work. So you can also see the console, the socket is working, APIs, everything. Now I want to test the last one, which is first, let me sign in the keycloak, admin, and there is a Mailpit realm. I created a client, Mailpit, the client ID is Mailpit, and I have a user test example. So let's go to this user, or to this instance, localhost 8025, I guess. Yes, that's it. So once I access it, you can see that I was not, I was redirected to the identity provider. So I will log in, password test, and let me show all. I can clear that and sign in. I will be redirected to Mailpit. And once I'm redirected to Mailpit, you see that I have OIDC entry which is different from the other versions, because if you don't have the environment variables to activate the OIDC, we don't have to download this 20 compressed size or 70 KB for your browser. So it will keep that dry, and only downloading this if you have the OIDC enabled in your instance. And as you can see, no errors. We can still see the socket, so everything's working as expected. I can refresh as many times as I want, and it loads fast. And in my local storage, I can see the OIDC informations, and that's all we need. That's what makes our user authenticated and accessing everything. And for this instance, if we want to, well, let's check. We can ask for the messages. Let me copy the curl. I'll go to my terminal and let's paste this curl, and I will add something wrong in the authentication, so unauthorized as expected. And if we remove it, it's still unauthorized. And if we try to log in using basic authentication, I will retrieve that from here. Oh, it's a SHA. I don't recall how to do it. But if we try the basic authentication, it should work. Let me get from AI. Give me a I want to make a request to copy URL with the basic off. Give me the curl command. Yeah, because I will definitely not remember how to do it from the top of my head. Oh, okay. User and password. Yeah, that makes sense. We can do that, but this user and password should not work. No, not authorized as expected. And if we try admin, it should work, and that's it. Which means we have basic auth working as it was working before. We have OIDC working, which is the new thing, and we are forbidding requests that are not authenticated. And based on the environment variables, we can decide how to do it. So for OIDC, you can see that it's pretty simple. The only difference is that you need two environment variables. Mailpit UI, OIDC issuer, and then the issuer of your identity provider, and the client ID. And once you gave those, well, we understand that the UI has to authenticate using the OIDC. And if you still add the MP UI off, I know this sounds wrong, because we can have UI OIDC, UI off, but this UI off actually you can use to communicate with the API, not the UI anymore, because you have OIDC, so there's no reason why we have basic off in the web browser. And also, if you try to keep both at the same time, you see a lot of awkward behavior. So I decided to not do it and keep it simple, just one or another. If you have OIDC, web will be always OIDC, but you can still request with basic off in the API. For basic, it's the same as before, you just omit the OIDC, and for no off, it's always the same as before. So I try to make a very surgical pull request to not touch um, the other features and keep everything working. And last thing I forgot to mention is that we have the name of the user that is logged in here, test user. And if you click here in logout, it will call the logout from the OIDC and you will be logged out from everything. And that's it. Mailpit from your client. And I hope this pleases who likes Mailpit, and I hope this PR gets merged. If you don't agree with the strategy, or if you want to discuss the architecture, or if this feature makes sense or not, feel free to get in touch to answer the pull request, and I'll be happy to adjust and hopefully merge this pull request. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.